And Tech, we'll have music playing in the background softly for the next 5 minutes. That's okay. All right, take the next 5 minutes. You have on your handout something like a little activity, just something to get to some names going around your table. If you know everyone's name around your table, you are sitting at the wrong table. If you know everyone's name at your table, go move to a different table.
Do we? That was so much fun last night. I'm always trying to get Yeah. We should play Assassin's Creed. It's better. Game better. It's like Overwatch. Overwatch the best. Overwatch.
Everybody has text me the names of the branding person at your table.
You're in a for like me and like 154. Oh yeah. What are you doing? I'm not feeling 15. My name is Bob Morris. 66. It is. I've been reincarnated already. Alright, I'll accept it. Thanks. It means a lot.
It's like the places of Guatemala in the mountains where there are like mud huts. And so when we give our money to her every week, it is supporting her housing, her food, her clothing, her education, her Christian education, her training for her future jobs, etc. We are literally providing for her with the change that you have, or with the dollars that you save from your job or your allowance, whatever. So every week we pass around something for Katerina. And if you missed Jason on stage this morning, then he was awesome. All right, so Katerina, we're going to pass around the jar for Katerina. Just keep passing to the next table and we'll go all the way around. All right, the next thing you need to know is Papa Hops in the red shirt is teaching next week. Let me tell you this. Some of you have heard his story and Move, but you heard about 3 minutes of it. I sat with this man in a small group and heard the rest of the story, and you need to hear the rest of the story. There are stories about growing up black here. There are stories about racism, stories about anger, stories about love and romance, stories of woe, of the loss of love and romance, stories of children and death and grieving, and stories of reconciliation. You need to be here next week to hear this man's story. In fact, all summer long and through the fall, each of the staff will get up and tell our story. And so next week is Papa Hops, is John Hopkins' story. So you'll be here next Sunday.
Please be here. I'd love to share.
Awesome. Next thing you need to know, summer small groups, we call them core on Wednesdays, and the difference between middle school and high school is that core runs every Wednesday of the month, usually. Summer cores are a little different in that we're only running for 4 weeks straight. So there are 2 classes to choose from, 2 groups to choose from, and they're 4 weeks only. They'll start 10 days from now. They're here in this building, here in this room, from 7 to 8:30. The first one to choose from is Snapshots from Revelation. Some of the older students have asked for this advanced study, and so you'll take a snapshot of the Antichrist, and a snapshot of the beast, and of the church and of God. So each week you'll look at a different major character in Revelation. It's going to be quite awesome. So if you are interested in this, sign up here. We are newly announcing the other small group, which is Song of Solomon. So one of our students' parents said there's a lot of kids dating in Quest, or they want to date in Quest. So let's teach them how to do it well and rightly and correctly. And so they're leading a study called Song of Solomon, which is a book of the Bible, which is quite racy. It is the sexiest book of the Bible, and it also talks about a lot of principles for love and romance. So these two parents, Rachel is coming with us to move. She came with us last year. If you are at all interested in this co-ed group of love and romance and dating, and what the Bible has to say about this, then sign up here. All right? Summer course starts 10 days from now. Pass them together. All right. Any questions so far on Papa Hop's teaching or summer core this summer? Both groups will meet at the same time here in this building on Wednesdays for 4 weeks straight. Cool. Revelation is going to be led by Audrey and Jen Hernandez. And the Song of Solomon group is going to be led by Rachel and Brad Peak, and Zach will be there as well. And I'll be there, and some of the other staff will drift in and out as we're available on some other Wednesdays. That's Zach. Hey, Zach, wave, Zach, wave. Zach, wave over. And the study's only for Zach. All right. Hopefully there's a video under the Move tab. Can you see that little video? Yeah. Make sure the sound's up. Excellent. That is the little promo for our Move conference. Every summer we go to the highlight of our whole year. You get to spend a week together at Salisbury University, which is in Salisbury, Maryland. And so we all get in vans and we go to this college campus where we spend a whole week together at this conference called Move. It is the highlight of our year, both in terms of connection and in terms of spiritual growth. So if you've never heard about this before and this is at all interesting to you, make sure you grab this handout here to take it home. You need to text me or email me right away because we have one spot left. I have one spot left, but I also have, we can add more spots on a wait list, so there's no like, but yes, we only have one spot left, and then we have to put more people on a wait list. So if this is all interesting to you, you've got questions about this, have your parents call me or text me or something, because we would love to fill that one last spot with you. Think about this for a second. At this camp, you'll spend roughly 80 hours awake together. Playing, laughing, breaking curfew, in sessions, hanging out, doing one-on-ones with each other. That's 80 hours together. This is 1 hour per week. It would take you a year and a half of Quest Sundays to get the same amount of time as you would at Move. So if you're looking to connect, if you're looking to make some bonds, you're looking to make some memories, if you're looking for significant spiritual growth, that's where it's at. It's at Move. So let me know about that. Okay. Last thing, there's a guy named Kelvin who wants us to play on the church softball team. So if you were at all interested in playing on softball on Sundays, then you are welcome to. I have the information for him. He's a great guy. Zach may or may not go. You can talk to Zach, who's also going to be at summer court on Wednesdays. So think about it. Like you get to mingle with some of the other adults. It's not at all fast pitch. I think it's slow pitch softball, and frankly, it's a bunch of old men. So like you could be like the rock star of softball. Like if you're not so great on your baseball team, you can play on the church softball team and like be the rock star. It's awesome. Okay, so let me know if that's at all interesting to you. All right. Go back to your groups. You have about 10 minutes for this next section. Get to know each other. A little music in the background. And Tuck, if you want to come out from there and join a table after that, that's totally cool. Next thing, I want you to think about your strength. How would you rate your own strength of your own relationship with God? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like, you're ready to like, God and you are close, like you are like buds and pals. So if that's a 10, and a 1 is something the opposite of that, where would you put yourself? And only God and you know this. No one's going to ask you this number, that's fine. But like, give yourself a number. Like, I am probably this.
some more details on what that 10 would be?
A 10 would be the strongest kid that you can think of. Like when you look at an upperclassman, you look at someone who's gone before. Like you look at the strongest Christian kid that you know. Call that person a 10. Actually, maybe double that kid's strength. You're like, I want my faith to be like that kid's. Like that kid's a 10. So whatever that number is, I want you to start imagining some steps. What would it take for you to level up by two numbers? What would it take? Oh, I really want to do this more. I really want to. I don't really know my Bible that well. I'm uncomfortable in prayer. I hate praying out loud. I just don't recognize that God's in my life in the day-to-day. I've always meant to go to a core group and I just never have. I really should try one of these conferences or like a fall retreat or something like that. I should really just kind of see, like, what is it? Like, I've never shared the gospel with someone. Or I don't talk about my faith with my friends. Or I don't help my family with stand on this bank of this mighty, mighty river. I want you to think over there on the other side of the river, however far away it is. Over there is where you are trying to go. That is the promised land. How do you get there? There's no bridge, there's no giant rope swing, there's no log to crawl across, there's no boat, there's no ferry. How do you get across? How do you find that promised land? This river is in the way. Whether it's your anxiety, whether it's your fear, your hesitation, whether it's not knowing anybody, whether it's his mentor died, his teacher died, and he had to take over. So after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord said to Joshua, son of Nun, Moses, my servant, is dead, Joshua. So then, you and all these people, get ready to cross the Jordan River into the land I'm about to give them, to the Israelites. I'll give you every place where you set your foot, as I promised Moses. No one will be able to stand against you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will also be with you. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. And this is the verse I want you to remember. Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people to inherit the land I swore to their ancestors to give them. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, so that you may be successful wherever you go. And keep this book of the law, Joshua. Keep it always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night, that you may be careful to do everything written in it. And this is why, especially when you try to memorize verses, this is what the meditation is. Meditate on it day and night. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Haven't I just commanded you, Joshua? Be strong and courageous.